Rafael Nadal's uncle and former coach has admitted that the Spaniard's recent 21st Grand Slam title win won't be enough to hold on to the record. The world number 5 became the first male player in history to win a historic 21st major, but Tony Nadal believes it is his rival Novak Djokovic who is the favorite going into Wimbledon later this year, and questioned how tough it will be for the established players to dominate at the slams as the new generation make their mark. Nadal made history as the first male singles player to win a record 21st Grand Slam title when he won his second Australian Open trophy last month, 13 years on from the first. He had been tied on the previous record of 20 with Djokovic and Roger Federer, while the Serb was the favourite to break the record at last year's US Open, where he lost the final to Daniil Medvedev, and at the Australian Open before he was deported. The 35-year-old will now be the heavy favourite to extend his lead to 22 major titles at the French Open, where he is already a 13-time champion. But his uncle and former coach has admitted that holding 21 or 22 Grand Slams won't be enough for Nadal to retain the record he currently holds. "I do not believe it," Tony Nadal, who coached his nephew until 2018, told La Vanguardia when asked if 21 majors would be enough to cement the world number 5 as the GOAT. The man known as Uncle Tony shared his wish for Nadal to win a 14th crowd in Paris this spring, while admitting it was his nephew's rival who would be likely to match the haul of 21 majors at Wimbledon. He added, "Djokovic is the favourite for Wimbledon. At Roland Garros, I hope Rafael wins." But the current coach of 21-year-old Felix Auger-Aliassime admitted Nadal and Djokovic would struggle to dominate at the Grand Slams with the arrival of the younger generation of players, including his own charge. "I don't know about the US Open anymore," he said. "The reality is that it's becoming more and more difficult for them to win a Grand Slam because the people who come from below start to come very strong." Two players born in the 1990s, Dominic Thiem and Medvedev, have been able to win the last two editions of the US Open, while the likes of Alexander Zverev and Stefanos Tsitsipas have already reached Grand Slam finals. Tony Nadal's new protégé is also cementing himself as a contender for the biggest titles, having started his season by winning the ATP Cup for Canada and lifting his first title in Montpellier. Auger-Aliassime was also 2 sets and match point up on eventual finalist Medvedev in the Australian Open quarter-final. Another young talent announcing himself on the big stage is 18-year-old Carlos Alcaraz, who became the youngest player ever to win an ATP 500 title in Rio on Sunday. The victory allowed the young Spaniard to make his top 20 debut. Younger than Nadal himself was when he achieved the same feat. And Tony Nadal tipped the teenager to become world number 1 in the future, adding, "He is a clear contender for number 1. For now, he is not overwhelmed by what happens on the court. And that's a lot."